they arrive one by one. We don't have a maximum of arrivals. Okay, it would be wrong to write 26 because it will mean that only 26 will arrive and that will be over, which is not true, right? So, infinite. Okay. Once that we have the incoming call, we have to decide if we are going to accept that call, right? And there are only two ways. If we decide to accept them, they will use one of the 26 lines. Okay? So we need something that will, a resource, right? We need a resource. Let's create a resource. Okay, the name of the resource is trunk line or switchboard, okay, whatever. And it has a capacity of 26. Okay? Right. So now you need, if you are an incoming call and if you get in, it's because you can seize one of the 26 lines. Right? So we need the seize command over here. Right? You can seize with a process, right? Do you remember the process inside? You have to upload a resource inside the process, and you can also seize, delay, and release, right? But in this case, I am only going to seize. Release will be at the end of the process, at the end of the call, in fact. Okay? So I'm going to seize one of the 26 lines. You don't have to do this, guys. Don't do it, okay? If you choose to do a process, okay, you have to create seize delay, for example, and you have to add the resource called trunk line, okay? But there is a problem. You have to seize and delay it. Is this possible?
Yeah.
In this case, it is possible because the next step would be a delay, right? But what if not? What if the next step is not a delay? You only need the seize, right? So instead of a process, there is a seize only command. Okay? So I'm going to delete this. And in the advanced process, you have the seize, you have the delay, and you have the release. So with the advanced process, you can create the basic process. Okay? Did you get it, guys? So here we have the release, we have the delay, and we have the seize. So in order to enter, I have to seize one of the 26 lines. Okay, this is the first time we use the seize, but you could have done it with the process. So seize trunk line. Okay, that's the name. That would be the name of the module, the label that will be over here, right? Now, guys, please, if you are not getting, if you are not understanding what I am saying, just let me know, okay? It is worse if you just remain silent, okay? I can repeat as many times as necessary in order for you to understand, okay? So don't be shy. If you have a doubt, For sure, 5 or 6 of you have the same doubt, okay? So there is no need for shame, okay? No shame in questioning, okay? So I need a resource now. What is the name of the resource? The trunk line. And every phone call is going to use one of the lines.
Yes.
Okay? Right. So now let's go to the tough thing, the decide. How should I know if this is going to accept it or reject it? So I will go to the decide. It will be a two-way by condition because it's accept or reject only 2 ways. Okay, decide. Okay, let's call this accept. Is this well written?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Accept the call. Okay, so it is a decision, an if decision. If I have less than 26 calls inside, I will not accept it. If I have, if I have less than 26, I will accept it. If not, I will reject it. So it will be an expression, okay? Remember, how can we go and build expressions? If I click the right button of the mouse, I can build the expression. Now, what type of expression is it, guys? The expression, the decision is based on what?
The resource.
On a resource, right? The trunk line, which is a resource, right? So it's based on a resource.
And the usage?
It's about the cost,
No.
the state, or the how much is used.
How much is
Okay.
used?
So
Current number busy?
if the current number busy, okay? How, remember that the expression, the value will give us the true, okay? You remember that there is a true and a false, right? So how should I make it true?
If it's less than 26?
If it's less or equal than 26,
No, less.
okay. If it's less than 26, okay? If the current number busy, this is the code, okay? If the current number busy of the resource trunk line is less than 26, this will be true. It will be true, and you can go up, you can go there. When this resource has already 26, this will be made false, right? And it will dispose. Okay, guys?
Yes.
Okay, now, at this point, what is the most important thing to do next? Good, save your damn model, okay? Save the bloody model. Not damn, bloody, sorry, I shouldn't have said that word. But sometimes I'm sure you think it. So let's save the bloody model, okay? That's right. De hecho, algunos de ustedes cuando me mandaron su examen el modelo de su examen, así me pusieron. Aquí va tu maldito examen. Creo que Fernanda puso eso, ¿no? Aquí va tu maldito examen. Con copia para Brenda. Okay, so let's call this call center model. Right. Okay, how do I know? Okay, one way to create your models, as I told you, is to create very basic models. and terminate them quickly. Okay? So what will happen if I dispose it right now over here? It will cease 26, and after 26, all of them will go over here, right? I am only ceasing, right? There is no delay, no release, okay? Let's see what happens if I run the model 10 hours, okay? Okay, so what happened? It only accepted 26, right? And because we only cease, okay, we never release them, all of them have to go to the dispose. So it is working, right?
Yeah.
Now, how do I know that here I have 26 and not 27 or 25? Okay, some of you decided to build a counter, un contador, okay? Let's count how many got in, okay? Let's create our own counter. So I will, in order to know how many are in, I'm going to assign, and this concept is new, okay? Let's call this increase calls in process. Okay? How many, if you are there inside, you are in process. So I'm going to create, and this has to be a variable. Okay, because it's going to change every time I'm accepting one, I'm going to add one. Okay, when I accept another one, the variable goes to 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and so on. Okay, so this variable I will call it calls in process. Calls in process. So let's not be lazy. Calls in process. Okay, so you can later remember what is this about. So I will copy. So what will be the new value? Calls in process plus 1. Okay? So this one must begin in 0.